Hi guys, welcome to my channel SkillSet Academy. So we are discuss with benefit of SD-WAN and the day two, right? That's day two, the SD-WAN benefit of SD-WAN. So earlier video we discussed the limitation of WAN, right? We discussed this 14 points and this diagram with the help of diagram. So this is the day two, right? And today we will discuss benefit of SD-WAN. So if you don't watch, you haven't watched this my day one video, please go to this description box of this video and you will get the link of day one, or you will get the video on this right corner on I button, right? So just go to the day one video and watch that and then come to this video, so you will get a proper picture of the benefit of SD-WAN, right? So let's move on, right? So the benefit of SD-WANs, the first point we have discussed on day one, the limitation of WAN, the link utilization, right? So in traditional way, we discussed we have two links, right? Primary and backup, and in traditional way, in traditional network, we are using only the primary link, right? We are only primary link, but we are not utilizing this backup link. So in SD-WAN, you can use both links simultaneously, right? And you will save the money, right? So in SD-WAN, you will have equal cost multipath load balancing. From that, you will use the both links simultaneously. Next, link failover. So if you see in traditional way, link failover, until and unless first link will not go down, your second link will not be active, right? Because unless until this link up, the routing table will be there, the route, right? But in case you are getting 50% or 40% or 20% packet loss, but you will not be able in traditional way to change this link or change your traffic, right? Bandwidth sensitive traffic to this secondary link or healthy link, right? In traditional way, it's not possible. But in SD-WAN, suppose your primary link is getting 20% packet loss, so the SD-WAN technology automatically will shift your traffic to healthy link, because in SD-WAN, it's all links are monitored by this SD-WAN controllers, right? And you will get the proper link monitoring, or as well as health monitoring. We will discuss in later health monitoring by this SD-WAN controllers, right? So it's regularly is taking data from this link, right? It's a and you will monitor all the link automatically, and if you will get packet loss on the interface, the automatically SD-WAN technology will shift your traffic to the healthy link, right? So it's another benefit. Multiple transport. So you can see in traditional way we have another type of routers, right? And here we are using a separate type of routers, right? So the SD-WAN routers are slightly different, right? Slightly different from traditional routers, because in SD-WAN router you will get multiple types of transport link, multiple transport system, right? So transport in SD-WAN, the WAN technology or WAN link is known as transport. It's not known as primary link or secondary link. It's known as transport, whether it is MPLS or internet or bridge internet or private link, right? Metro link. So this multiple transport, like you will get option the Wi-Fi WAN, right? You will get option for 4G or 5G, right? You will get options. So at a time, you will have 7 type of transports in your SD-WAN routers. So you will get multiple transports options in SD-WAN routers, and you will all values you will be monitored by this SD-WAN controllers, right? So we will discuss what's the SD-WAN controllers, what's the names, and what's the functions of all this in later video, right? Okay, let's come to this load balancing. So in traditional way, for load balancing, you have to configure multiple things, right? You have to configure ACLs, you have to configure IPSLS, you have to track this link as well as you have to track, right? This link as well, you have to track the 888 also, right? So this managing this load balancing is difficult, right? So in the SD-WAN technology, you will get the easiest way to load balancing all of this. By default, you will get ECMP, equal cost multipath load balancing mechanism for underlay, right? Again, box to box configuration. So the earlier video we discussed box to box configurations problem. So now if you have 1000 routers, right, in your network, and you want to configure SNMP to all of these routers, you don't have to do anything. You just come to this controller, right? And you create one template and you attach all attach this template to all the routers, and here is go. Yes, in a minute you will configure all the devices centrally, right? You don't have to log in box to box device individually, right? You don't need to log in via SSH or Telnet or HTTPS. Your SD-WAN controllers will log in automatically to these routers, and it will configure parallelly, not like that. It will configure this router, then come to this router, then come to this router, then come to and configure 100 number routers. It's a parallelly, it will configure all the routers in a minute. So you will get that types of benefit. So box to box configurations will hassle-full in traditional network, right? And another one is backhauling, right? So backhauling. So earlier video we discussed about backhauling if branch routers want to go to the internet or this cloud networks, right? So all the way from branch to via MPLS links, it will come to this data center via routers, right? And firewalls, it will go for internet, and again the return traffic will come in same place, right? So it will degrade your application performance, right? And in the digital era, when the all loads, right, on-prem loads are transferring to this cloud, and if you are using uh, the MPLS or traditional way to access the cloud application, so you will not get a better performance, right? Better performance will not be possible via these backhauling technologies, right? And you are really paying more, right? Because the SD-WAN technology is only possible by the stable internet connection. So we know the internet is stable now, right? So uh, what you pay for 5 GB MPLS links, right? 5 Mbps MPLS links. By using this 5 Mbps link cost, you will get minimum 20 to 30 Mbps internet link or more than that, right? It's depend where from you, right? So you will get the benefit higher bandwidth, and as we discussed, the all connections, the all communications will be encrypted, right? So you will get that types of benefit, right? So backhauling another the problem. So you will use DIA, direct internet access, right? So why the reason why the organization or enterprise they use MPLS to get internet from branch, because the security measures are in data center. Because if you have 1000 branches and if you want to install the security parameters on branches, it's a huge costly, right? So to minimize the cost, what they do, they just come to this data center, right? All traffic from all branches, they come to the data center via this MPLS link, right? And go to the internet, and from internet, it can go via, it can go to this cloud, right? So due to the security devices are not installed in branches, so all the traffics uh, coming to this data center and go to the internet or cloud applications. But in SD-WAN technology, you will get benefit. The routers is not a simply a routers. You will be uh, getting the benefit of firewall as well. So you need to purchase the license, and you will get all the facilities what the firewall is providing, right? So you will get IPS, IDS, right? You will get URL filtering. You will get deep packet inspections, right? So you will get app awareness, right? So all sorts of firewalls uh, features you will get this routers. So if routers will have all the capabilities to protect your traffic, so you don't need to go via MPLS to data center and go to internet and then go to the cloud, right? So it will decrease the app performance, right? So instead of going uh, via backhauling, you just go from branch router to directly internet, and your data traffic come also, right? So you will get better performance, right? And you will save your money as well, right? And then another is software image management, right? So in SD-WAN environment, if you have 100 or thousands or 10,000 devices, and if you want to upgrade your operating system, iOS, right? So you have to do, right, in 2 months or 3 months, right? The iOS management or patch management is a huge task, right? And you have a dedicated team for that, right? So it's a super easy, right? So the SD-WAN technology will make life easier by doing this, right? So uh, if you have 1000 devices and if you want to upgrade manually, it will take more than 1 to 2 months, and you will need a dedicated team for doing this upgrade, and manual process will take long time and huge money, right? So in SD-WAN technology, what you need to do, you just come to this controller and upload your operating systems, and you just schedule or you instantly do the upgradation, right? And what this SD-WAN controller will do, this SD-WAN controller can also be checked whether these routers routers have the proper storage or proper space or not. It can be copied or not, right? So in SD-WAN, you will get pre-check and post-check mechanism right? Another interesting benefit of this technology is, suppose your remote branch, right, and you push the upgrade, and this device is getting upgrade, and it is upgraded successfully, right? And after few seconds, you will these controllers will see the post. It will check the post configurations, and it will match the pre configurations. If you will get a if this controller will not get a proper output, it will withdraw this iOS, right, again, and it will roll back to earlier operating systems. So you will not be worried what happen if this iOS upgradation will fail, right? So it will make your life easier, really, right? Again, auto backup, link and health monitor. So you will get all the update from this branch router or head office routers, all routers uh, insights you will get from this controller. So it's a single pane of glass, single GUI. You just sit here and you will be able to see your branch router's health as well as your branch router's health, link health as well, right? You will be able to see whether your fan is okay or not, whether your device is CPU or RAM utilizations or okay or not, right? You will set a notifications if your device will increase CPU utilizations 80%, then it will send a trigger or notification to this controller, right? And from this controller, if you want to get this notification to your email, you will be able to get this via email as well, right? So you will get a huge benefit for monitoring your whole infrastructure, and you will be get all insights of your networks, right? You will get all the applications performance, which applications are top users applications, right? Which are how these applications are doing, what the jitter, what's the packet loss of your link, which links are getting better, which links are facing problems. You all the insights of your networks of your links you will be able to get from this controller, right? And again, a IPsec configuration. So it's a super easy. You automatically will be configured IPsec. No need manual interventions. No need phase one, phase two configurations, right? And the manual IPsec is a much secure than the IPsec and much faster than the traditional IPsec, because you don't have to configure IPsec phase one here, right? Because what we we do in phase one, we authenticate. If we want to configure a IPsec tunnel between this router. So what we will do, we will configure a phase one first, right? We will configure a phase one and again phase one, right? And in phase one, we share our cipher suites, right? Cipher suites means authentications, parameters, right? Encryptions parameters, right? Defi helmet groups. So why we shared all sorts of things to authenticate each other, right? To authenticate each other, right? After authenticating, we use phase two or ESP, right? We use ESP for our packet encryptions, right? So for our packet security integrity, right? We use ESP protocol in phase two. But in SD-WAN, all the routers will be pre-authenticate to these controllers, right? To these controllers. So the authentications will be done automatically, and the IPsec configurations will be configured automatically. No manual interventions will be needed, right? So it's a huge, huge changes uh, from the traditional network to SD-WAN network, right? So you will get that sorts of benefits, right? And cost. So when you are using a MPLS link 2 Mbps only for your applications, right? Only for your applications, and you are using a internet link to this to direct internet access for getting internet, right? So your bandwidth, MPLS bandwidth will be less 1 Mbps, right? You save money from there. You will need a less people to configure the to manage your network devices, to manage your links, right? So you will get benefit from there, right? You don't need to separate team for monitoring this. You don't need to monitor these devices, whether this is the vulnerable iOS or not, right? All will be done by these controllers automatically, right? Even though you will be able to advance troubleshooting by these controllers, right? So there is another benefit of SD-WAN and the security using DTLS tunnel and IPsec. So here in traditional IPsec, we use only ESP, right, for phase 2, right? But in traditional, in SD-WAN networks, it increase the ISP, ESP capabilities, right? So in SD-WAN technology, it mimic the authentications header, right? So not using actually the authentication header, but the capability which increased by this SD-WAN is a mimic of AH, right? And there will not be able phase 1, so it will faster than traditional networks, right? And vulnerability assessments. So if you will have any vulnerabilities on this application on this iOS, you will get notified via this controllers as well, right? So your VAPT will be done by SD-WAN controllers as well. And again, RMA device configurations, right? So it's a super easy. No need, you just send your device to your locations, and if a non-technical guy is there, you just remove this device, or any technicians, right? He will just unplug this link and remove this device from rack and install this new device to this rack and just plug this cable on, right? And your internet or MPLS will have this port will be DHCP enabled, and after getting this link up, automatically this will go to this controller and form a DTLS channel, right? It's a TLS is a TCP based channel protocol, and DTLS is a datagram transport layer security, which is UDP based. So it's also faster and more secure, right? So it will create a tunnel to this controller, right? And from this controller, your administrator will push the backup configurations to this device, and device will be ready for just one click, right? You don't need to send your expert engineer to change this device, right? App aware routing. So you are using, suppose you are using or you are doing online meetings, right? So your packet is dropped, your link is getting dropped, right? 5% or 10% or 20% packet loss. So what you can do, you can configure app hour routing instead of uh, uh, although your packet is getting lost, right? So all bandwidth, you just uh, configure the applications which you need a proper bandwidth, right? So if your link will be getting packet loss 20% or 30%, although you will get a proper bandwidth for this application. So these routers will be capable to identify your applications, and according to that it will trigger your applications and it will give you the proper bandwidth, right? So bandwidth management or applications bandwidth management according to these applications will be possible by this SDWAN controllers as well, right? So proper quality of experience or quality of service of applications you will have from this SDWAN controllers, right? So you will get a huge benefit, right? You will be able to save much money to use this SDWAN capability. So there are a lot of benefits what we can discuss, right? So for the sake of uh, the video, I have tried to just give you the overview of the benefit of SD-WANs. Hope you will this video will help you to understand the what the IPsec what the SD-WAN is doing, what's the benefit of this SD-WAN, right? So please like and share my videos if you liking this series, right? And please subscribe the channel. I will cover all the aspects, all the theory as well as the lab, right? So I have all cover will be covered on this uh, series, right? So I just requesting you to all, if you are liking this series, please like this video and comment to improve my content, how I can improve my content, right? So thank you again to all.